Vladimir Putin thinks that Donald Trump should be president of the United States, and that's why Russia is helping you get elected, so you'll lose to him.
Hey, Mr. Putin, if I'm president of the United States, trust me, you're not going to interfere in any more American elections.
I'll tell you what the Russians want. They don't have a political party. They want chaos. Imagine spending the better part of 2020 with Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump.
If we cannot pull this party together, if we go to one of those extremes, we take a terrible risk of re-electing Donald Trump.
I'm hearing my name mentioned a little bit tonight.
I don't care how much money Mayor Bloomberg has. The core of the Democratic Party will never trust him. He is the riskiest candidate standing on this stage.
All right, Senator.
I'm the one choice that makes some sense. I have the experience, I have the resources, and I have the record.
This conversation shows a huge risk for the Democratic Party. We are looking at a party that has decided that we're either going to support someone who's a democratic socialist or somebody who has a long history of being a Republican.
Congress has not been able to pass a major gun legislation in a quarter of a century. Why should anyone have faith that you're the one who can get this done now?
Because I'm the only one that ever got it done nationally. I beat the NRA twice. If I'm elected NRA, I'm coming for you, and gun manufacturers, I'm going to take you on, and I'm going to beat you.
More than 90% of Americans want mandatory background checks on every gun purchase. We can't get it through the Senate. How do we change the Senate of the United States in a material way?
Would you close the borders to Americans who have been exposed to the coronavirus?
I would better coordinate throughout my presidency to be ready for the next pandemic and to prepare for this one.
This is a global problem. We've got to work with countries all over the world to solve it.
Would you allow Chinese firms to build critical U.S. infrastructure?
No, I would not. And I spent more time with Xi Jinping than any world leader had by the time we left office. This is a guy who doesn't have a democratic with a small d bone in his body. This is a guy who is a thug who, in fact, has 1 million Uyghurs in reconstruction camps, meaning concentration camps. This is a guy who you see what's happening right now in Hong Kong. And this is a guy who I was able to convince should join the international agreement at the Paris Agreement, because guess what? They need to be involved. You can cooperate, and you can also dictate exactly what they are. When, in fact, they said we're going to set up a no-fly zone, that you can't fly through our zone. He said, what do you expect me to do when I was over there? I said, we're going to fly right through it. We flew B-1 bombers through it. We got to make it clear. They must play by the rules.
There's a majority of the American people who I think right now just want to be able to turn on the TV, see their president, and actually feel their blood pressure go down a little bit instead of up through the roof.